Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Teresa, aka 50 Plus 2013, coming to you with the video and just wondering if you remember these items, if they would be nostalgic for you, they would be antiques, retro, or strictly the 80s, the 70s. I just want to share this stuff with you. I have been going through a little spell of just feeling like I want to declutter everything in my life. And when you live this long, you accumulate so much stuff. It's really, really unbelievable, overwhelming, and hard to figure out what to let go of. So I ran across these items and I just decided I'd share them with you. This is an ebony magazine. And here you have on it the Ebony magazine, and you have on it the Jeffersons for me from probably an antique store, not really sure, but there you have them on it. And then the price of it was, the price at the time is right here. The month was January 1976 and it was $1. Life on Black Americans. That's one thing that I thought was really something. This is a Sears catalog. So then next is the Sears catalog, and I think it's kind of difficult for you to see, and it's a really thick catalog. The back vine, so it's a 1959 Sears catalog, and my daughter bought it for me from the Pasadena Antique Mall, and she paid $25 plus tax for it in 2007. So, I don't know if you could see that. Anyways, just flipping through this a little. It's like, it's so fun. This is when they like kind of drew sketchings of little kids' clothes and stuff. And it doesn't even look like they took photos. It looks like it's literally, some of the stuff is drawn on. But those are some of the clothes and the pictures. People wore garter belts then and nylons that clipped to the garter belts. And everybody wore decent underclothes back then. They wore a slip no matter what. There's some watches, some time clocks, some headpieces, some outfits, tops-wise, ugly sandals. But when I flip through this catalog, I can see where things have just basically went out of style and came back around. So the next thing, I don't know if you'll remember, is Tracy, because I've been living a long time, long enough anyway, and this is erasable, and yeah, it's called typing paper, but it looks like tracing paper to me. It's that, I'm not even sure, I forget now, but this is seriously old. And its origin is just something. I have a pair of shoes that constantly rotate in and out of style, but I got these in these particular ones I got in the early 90s, but I've been wearing Dr. Scholl's since the 70s. And I just remember I was moving from Boston to California, and I really, really wanted these, and they didn't have them in my size quite. So they run small, I think, because I got them in 8. My feet is really an 8, 8.5. And I just was all into this green color. So Dr. Scholl's was one of my favorites. And even though they're made out of wood, they're very, very comfortable to me. So the next thing I just wanted to show you is this lunchbox. I'm not even sure how lunchboxes are made these days, but this one was my son's when he was, I don't even know, first grade, second grade, possibly kindergarten. This has come from Boston all the way to California with us. My son will be 37 years old, and this is the Batman Joker, and I have for years been using this lunchbox for a toolbox. So it's been our in-home toolbox forever and a day. So everybody knows, we probably don't even notice that it's a lunchbox anymore because we've been viewing it as a toolbox for so long. So then this two I'll share together because they'll fit in my little space. Let's see, whose phone is this by? This is, I'm not even sure, but I think it was Motorola. A Motorola phone with the antenna that you pull out. Remember that? For those of you who don't really know what it is, it's cassette case, and here's the cassette. They have a cassette player to play music, and that's what it looked like. I have some costume jewelry that I'm not even sure how long I've had the costume jewelry. I got it from my mother, not sure where she got it from. Once upon a time I saw a YouTuber show this, and I was just so shocked to see that somebody else had the exact necklace. And this is some well-made costume jewelry. These are the clip earrings. I don't even know if they make clips anywhere anymore, because I've never seen them unless I just tuned out, since I don't wear them clipped. I have pierced ears. But this is a very, very blingy, beautifully made necklace. I just think that it's so pretty. You can see, like, bring it over here, you could see better. I don't know how it's, that'll give you a better picture of how it's made. Very nice though. Very, very nice. The next thing, I'm not sure, before the cassettes, this is an album. And it's Andre Crouch, who's now since passed on, I think this year, or the end of last year. And this is an album. And I have a stash of albums. They're called vinyls these days, and they've come back in style. And for the most part, my daughter has all the ones that, well, ones she wanted to just have at her house. But we don't really have a record player. I know that you can buy a record player from somewhere, like different places. But speaking of music and ways to listen to music, I have this CD player, and it's AM FM radio as well. It's a CD, it's a Walkman. So I'll show you the other Walkman that I used to use for cassettes. So this is one that, you know, you hooked onto your pocket, and I used to go for walks at lunchtime with this on me, listening to whatever I, you know, whatever I put in here. And anyway, it's a cassette. I was trying to open it with one hand. This is a CD player. And on that note, I might want to show you these. These are, what are they called again? I forget what they're called. But these are like, not like a floppy disk, but you used to put these in the computer, and this is what stored your information. It didn't really have hard drives, I think, that stores your information. You stored it on Word for Windows 6.0. So I know some of you can relate to this, and others are like, what in the world is that? Then I also saw, I have several of these, and these are some coloring books that I probably had, let's see, for about 30 years. Like a Barbie coloring book that I've had forever. And I used to keep these for when my small nieces and nephews would come over. And anyone, for that matter, would come over. They can color in a page and write their name on it. And then they would see how far back, you know, just keep it like something for to show them and let them see how they colored when they were a certain age and how many years back by just putting the date on it. So if you enjoyed this video, I have plenty of more things that I had from prior years that I can show you, and I would be happy to. So thumbs up the video if you'd want to see more. Old vacuum cleaners in the Sears catalog. Alright guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you on my next video.